Something that has greatly disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this black guy was asking me how my experience is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, you know, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever the fuck we want, so I'm in heaven. What? None? Or the black men that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation, you're so cool, I love black women, I worship black women, I wish there was more in Tokyo, and then we'll go over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk shit about us. When black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a fuck about y'all.
黒人男性と交際ってできます。こちら。
Now that I've been living in Japan for a while now and kind of been in the dating scene, I think these videos should stop. I get that, like, before when I was in America watching them, I'd be like, see, Japanese people will date us, you know, they will like us. And then, like, when they say they wouldn't, I would genuinely get mad and be like, but why not? And after living here, I realized that, like, even though we see these videos online of, like, some Japanese people saying they would, when you get here, you're most likely not going to find them. And even if they get on those videos and say they would, most likely they're like, when they come face to face with you, they're not going to do it. Just already assume that they're not going to date you. Just already believe that they're not going to date you. And if they do, they're probably not going to take you seriously unless you're palm colored. And that's just the really real of it.
My dream is to be a stay-home mom. I want to be a stay-home mom, and then when my husband is back home, I'll just be his cocksucker. What do you think of my dream? Is it too much? Honestly, I just want to be a stay-home mom. And then when he's back, you know, I'll just be that person, a cocksucker, whatever.
Alright, Shalom. Before I begin, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's elect, the house of David. Alright, finna get into this quick morning lesson. Alright, Lord willing to be edifying. Alright, I showed you the clip up to this point. Alright, so I'm just going to read a couple of scriptures dealing with what we just saw. And again, Lord willing to be edifying. Alright, it opened up with the so-called black woman. Alright, and she's giving her spew on what it was like living amongst the Ammonites over there. She said the Japanese. Alright, which is basically, the children of, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, the children of Lot. All right, as the story, is told, when Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, and went into the caves, his daughters, all right, thinking that there were no more men on the earth, all right, and that they were never gonna know men, all right, got their father drunk pretty much, and then laid with him, all right, him not knowing, and that brought forth Ammon and Moab, all right, Moab being the Chinese and Ammon being the Japanese. All right, but she was saying how she lives over there in that particular land, and how, all right, the Jake man, all right, the so-called Negro man, all right, which when I say Jake man, that speaks as code for Jacob, all right. Jacob represents the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But in her testimony, she was talking about Judah, more than likely, all right, the Southern Kingdom, all right, and she was like she said they were cooning and shit, all right, and in so many words, she was jealous, all right, because they were doing much better with the Japanese women than she was with the Japanese men, all right. That's really what it came down to, all right, and it was just jealousy at the end of the day, all right, and At the end of the day, like, listen, the man is the prize, all right, and women that ain't from the Western world, they understand that, and all the women of the earth desire Jacob, all right, whether they'll put it on Front Street or not, all right. Jacob is the salt of the earth, all right. He's the most desirable man on the earth, all right. He's the perfect man on this earth, all right. That's just a gift from Yahweh Shemel Shai. Even in our lower state that we in right now, still, all right, we're the best looking, strongest, everything, all right. And these other nations hate it, and the women of our nation, shit, they hate it, all right. You just keep it real. They jealous, all right. They hate it. Over here in the Western world, they're pedestalized and all that shit, but in actuality, when it's the man who receives that accolade as he's supposed to, all right, these women, they can't take it, all right. So I played you that clip, and then you seen the clip following it shows you how submissive these other nations women are just naturally, all right. You heard what she said she wanted to be. She wanted to be a mic rock a mic rocker, all right, and a stay at home mom, all right. You know what I'm saying? And what man is gonna turn that down, all right? Anyway, let me read some scriptures right quick because this is gonna show you that the Israelite man has always desired the other nations' women. All right, it's just the way the Lord programmed us. All right. So this is Genesis 6. I'm gonna start at verse 1, and it reads, "And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, all right, saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose." All right. So when it's saying sons of God, all right, at this time you gotta understand, it's always been three classifications of men on this earth. All right, you've always had the sons of God, which eventually became known as the Israelites. All right, and then you've had the children, the sons of men. All right, children of men. All right, which represent the other nations, and then you got the children of the devil. All right, of the wicked, which represent the Edomites. All right, from Cain all the way down to Esau. All right, from Cain to Esau. Those are the children of the wicked. All right, the base people on this earth. All right, that's who's in rulership right now. All right. So again, I'm just showing you that the Israelite man, all right, always has had a thing for the other nations' women. All right, King Solomon, all right, had plenty of different nations of women. All right, King David's grandmother was a Moabitess. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, that's all I need out of that one. All right, 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna jump to this one in Deuteronomy 21 right quick. All right, just to expound upon that point a little bit even more. All right, showing that we, especially as a hopeful elect man, we desire the other nations' women. All right, and the Lord said we could we gonna get them in the kingdom. All right. And then on this side too, if you desire to deal with a woman of another nation, all right, ain't nothing against that shit. All right. Now, of course, understanding, being in the land of the north, you gotta understand and know, all right, if she's a heathen, because that's what these other nations are considered as well, she ain't getting beamed up. All right. She ain't getting beamed up. But if you got children with her, all right, your children are Israelites through you as a man, all right? You know? So let me read this. All right. This is Deuteronomy 21, and we're gonna start at verse 10, okay? It says, "When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies," all right, and the Ammonites, all right, are our enemies, all right? They're on that list in Psalms 83. All right. So all these other nations are our enemies, all right, but you know. It say, "In the Lord Yahweh Shai, thy power had delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captives." All right, captive, all right? And that's what they're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be captives, all right? Verse 11, it say, "And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife." All right, so this is for the men, all right? Not for no woman. A woman can't choose to be with a man of another nation, all right? And really, under the law, a woman can't even choose her husband unless, all right, her first husband, which was chosen by her father, dies, all right? She's always to be under subjection of a man, all right? So let me see on verse 12. It say, Then thou shalt bring her to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails. Let me see, all right? And then it say, And she shall put the remnant of her captivity off. Put the remnant, it's like, and she shall put the remnant of her captivity from off her, and she shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that, thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. All right, so she get a whole, you know what I'm saying, basically a month, all right, to mourn, all right. And she gonna put off the remnant of her captivity. She gonna denounce all the shit that she used to know. She's under your umbrella now. She's become your wife, the man's wife, all right. It don't say nothing about a woman being able to do this for a man, all right. So it's really just showing that Eve, so-called black woman, is still, all right, envious of her man, all right. As the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 28, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband. All right, that's a curse. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's ways, all right, that, you know, the scriptures tell you about how men, the sons of God, all right, have desired the other women of the other nations, all right? And again, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to get them because they're going to be our captives, all right? And to prove it, let's read it in Isaiah 14, all right? Isaiah 14, starting at verse 1, it say, For the Lord Yahweh Shai will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right, we're going to go into our own land soon, all right? And let's see what's happening when we in our own land. Verse 2, And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, for servants and handmaids. All right, that's what these other nations are going to be. All right, servants and handmaids. All right, and they shall rule. Let me see. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, you know what I'm saying? And we were captives under all these nations. All right, all these nations put their hands toward the Lord's precious sons. All right, and daughters, but you know the sons come first. All right. Let me see. Read this right quick. In Jeremiah 2:14, it say, Is Israel a servant? Is your homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? No, it's another one. Who gave, it's someone I'm looking for, who gave Jacob for a spoil? All right. All right, this is Isaiah 42:24. It say, Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his laws. All right, so we went into captivity, all right, under these nations, all right? And all these nations had a part in our said judgment. Let me read it in Psalms 83. All right. Psalms 83, we start at the top. In verse 1, it say, Keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, all right, that's the so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, those are the Arabs, all right, of Moab, that's the Chinese, all right, then they say in the Hagarenes, Jabal, and Ammon. Ammon is the Japanese, all right, and Amalek. Amalek is the so-called Jewish man, all right. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, all right, those are the Hamites, all right. In verse 8, it say, Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah, and the children of Lot, or Ammon and Moab, all right. Those are the sons that came forth, all right, from that act that went down between Lot and his daughters, all right. And they were put here to be servants, all right. The Lord referred to Moab as a washpot, all right. you know, and that's what they good for, all right? When you go to these like spas and nail shops and shit, you gonna find a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, them people up in there, Chinese, Japanese, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one they are sometimes. I don't be knowing. All right, but I can speak from experience the few times that I've been up in them joints. All right, the women be eyeing Jake. All right, you know what I'm saying? I call all them little bitches looking at me and shit. All right, they be massaging Jake feet and shit. All right, and you know, rubbing them down shits on your leg. All right, you know what I'm saying? I actually enjoyed the experience the few times I went. I ain't gonna even lie. All right, you know, and I was in the truth when I went most recently. All right, and I definitely enjoyed it then. But I peeped all that shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? They all looking, staring and shit. You know, them women are infatuated with Jacob. All right. And as they should be, all right, because we're going to be their future lords again, all right? They want us to be their lords, all right? They want to be, to us, what that one chick said while she was at dinner, all right? That's what they want to be, and that's what they're going to be to the elect Israelite men, all right, during Jacob's trouble and in the kingdom, of course. All right, we're going to have them, and we're going to bring forth children with them. All right, we're going to replenish the earth, all right? You know what I'm saying? And Eve is going to be in her right mind, and in the kingdom to accept it. But on this side, you know, they can't stand it. All right, they can't stand to see Jacob shining and these other women want them and shit. All right, but hey, Eve, you've been rejected. All right, you know what I'm saying? You might as well stay your ass over here in Babylon with Esau. All right, and fuck with Pookie Ray Ray Enrique Armando. All right, and them niggas. All right, who still simping and slipping behind your nasty, reckless ass. But that's pretty much it for the lesson. All right, Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, just something quick and to the point. All right, nothing too deep. All right, it's a morning lesson. Abaratazai willing, you know, it's edifying. And I get another one in today as well. So that's it. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to Yahweh Shemel Shah's elect. All right, Kwam Yasharala and Wa Baba Ball.